sister sent a ranked list of better baby names to 40 people in our family. Mine was dead last. I named my daughter Elliston, my husband Nolan's mother's maiden name. She died when Nolan was 9. Ovarian cancer. He has 4 photographs of her and a ring she wore every day. That's all that's left. When I told my sister Tessa the name, she laughed for about 10 seconds straight. Then she said, Elliston, that sounds like a law firm. You named your daughter a law firm. I told her it was Nolan's mother's name. She said, Nolan's mom has been gone 20 years. He can honor her without making your kids spell that on every form. I asked her to stop. That should have been it. 2 days later, Tessa sent a mass text to 40 family members. A ranked list of names she thought would have been better. Elliston was dead last. Below the list she wrote, pray for my niece. My Aunt Cora screenshotted it and sent it to me. I sat in the nursery and cried with the lights off. Nolan found me and read the message and walked out of the room without a word. 3 weeks later, Tessa came to visit. She brought a pacifier clip with a tag that said, hi, my name is actually underscore 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 with a blank line. She thought it was hilarious. Nolan looked at the clip, looked at Tessa, took the baby upstairs and didn't come back down. Here's what you need to know about Tessa. She's been volunteering for a women's foundation called the Hargrove Fund for almost a year. Black tie galas. Silent auctions, the kind of charity where your outfit matters more than your check. It's run by a woman named Vivienne Hargrove. Old family, old money. Tessa worships her. She bought a $400 dress for their spring luncheon. She rewrote a thank you note 4 times because she wasn't sure with warm regards was formal enough. Tessa told me getting on Vivienne's board would change her life. 5 weeks after the pacifier incident, Nolan and I were at a bookstore downtown. A woman behind us in line smiled at the stroller. What a gorgeous girl. What's her name? Elliston, I said. She grabbed the edge of the counter. That was my daughter's name. I didn't know what to say. My Elliston passed when she was 17. Car accident. 11 years ago. I haven't heard anyone say that name out loud since. Her husband put his arm around her. I'm Vivienne, she said. This is my husband Hugh. We talked for 20 minutes. She held my daughter. Nolan told her about his mother. They cried together in the middle of a bookstore. I thought that was the most beautiful coincidence of my life. I had no idea. 2 months later, Tessa invited the family to the Hargrove Fund's annual gala. She said Vivienne personally added her to the planning committee. She said this was her year. We showed up Saturday evening. Grand ballroom, string quartet, white flowers everywhere. Tessa met us at the entrance in that $400 dress. She leaned toward the stroller. Don't introduce her by that name tonight. Just say Ellie. I said nothing. We walked in. Nolan was carrying Elliston when a woman in a navy gown crossed the room toward us. Vivienne. She saw Nolan, then the baby. Her hand went to her mouth. Oh my god, it's you. She grabbed Nolan's arm the same way she had at the bookstore. Hugh, come here. It's the Elliston family. Hugh walked over. Tessa appeared holding champagne. You know my sister? Vivienne looked at her. Your sister? This is your family? They named their daughter Elliston. My daughter's name. I've told you about them, Tessa. I brought them up at the last 3 committee meetings. Tessa's glass tilted. Champagne dripped onto her wrist. You never told me it was my niece. Vivienne stared at her. I told you twice. You said you didn't know anyone named Elliston. Silence. Nolan pulled out his phone. Didn't say a word. Opened the screenshot from Cora. The ranked list. 40 recipients. Elliston dead last. Pray for my niece. He handed it to Vivienne. She read it. Then she handed it to Hugh. Hugh looked up at Tessa. This is the name you ranked last. Our daughter's name. Vivienne's voice went quiet. You sat in my living room and told me naming traditions were sacred. You told me you wished more families honored their dead. I didn't know. Tessa whispered. You didn't know it mattered to someone important, Vivienne said. That's worse. She looked at Nolan and my daughter, then back at Tessa. You spent a year in my foundation performing a version of yourself that doesn't exist. And the one name in this world I would have given anything to hear again, you made into a joke for 40 people.